1-year warranty and the product is getting damaged, so the customer can claim the warranty, but the company cannot get money from that. And finally, today, without a DFM, there is no product development. Without the DFM, there is no product development can be done effectively. And this, with the help of DFM, we can get a product with an improved design quality at a very cheaper price. The very affordable price at the lowest price, but at the quality will be at first class. And the product and the product produced up to 50%. And for example, if the best example is, if you take an Apple product, if nowadays the Apple products are likely to be, for example, Apple Mobile are likely to be 1 lakh, around 1 lakh, but the product manufacturing cost of an Apple product is just around 20 to 30,000 only. But apart from that, they are getting profit only. This is the power of TFM and today's world. And improvement over previous designs include the cost of an unit for 47%, and this and all the calculations that we made in previous design includes. And this also, if the company is partnershiping with another company, the shipping charge can be reduced, and some other benefits also the company can get. And this is the chart of detailed chart of expenditure spent in a company. For example, if a product manufacturing cost is savings alone amount of several $1 million annually. With the help of this DFM, the other benefits are also significant. And finally, this is the redesigned intake manifold. The manifold is nothing but a model. We are redesigning with the help of DFM. With the help of DFM data. And that's all. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, Harsha, good. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Share your PPT in the class groups, okay, so that all will receive your content. Any other doubts you have? Okay, your friends are appreciating it.
Thank you,
presentation, Asha.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, kindly share your PPT. Okay, Ankam, are you ready, ma'am?
Ma'am, Charumati, ma'am.
Charumati, sorry, flow. Yes, start, Charumati. You ready with the PPT, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'll share your screen. Yes, Charumati, any issue? Yes, you can start.
Is my screen visible, ma'am? Ma'am? Ma'am?
Yes, sir, it is clear.
Yes, it is. Yes.
Good afternoon. My topic is prototype. Can anyone tell me what does a prototype mean? Can anyone tell me what does a prototype mean?
Students, can you repeat?
It is like a basic model.
Sample.
Yeah, it's right. It's a basic model or approximation of a product. While coming into so many industries, for example, let us take first of all the industrial designers. They produce prototype as a concept in their own industries. As far as engineers are concerned, they produce a prototype as a design. For software developers, they write prototype as a programs. As per our PDD subject, we define prototype as an approximation of the product along one or more dimensions of interest. Under this definition, any entity exhibiting at least one aspect of the product that is of interest to the development team can be viewed as a prototype. This definition also deviates from standard usage, in that it includes various diverse forms of prototype where we will be testing the product, like concept sketching, mathematical models, simulation, testing components, and fully functional pre-production versions of a product. Prototype is a process of developing such an approximation of a product. I have given a concept sketching for mobile which is connected to a car, and this is a mathematical model of a car. This is the simulations that we came across a car. These are the testing components of weight components of a car. And
Charumadi, we are not able to see the next slides, ma. Let's just displaying the first one now. Prototype basics. No, you were saying some few examples, no? The slides we are not able to see.
okay, ma'am. Can you see now, ma'am?
We can see the prototype basics, but the next slides we are not able to see.
Now, ma'am?
Yeah, now we are able. Yes, yes.
This is the concept sketch of a mobile phone, and this is the mathematical model of a car. These are the simulations that we came across through a car. These are the weight components that we add to a testing of a car. This is a pre-produced version of a car. This is the new BMW, which is pre-produced from the latest. This is a prototype, basic prototype of a car buildings. We come across now a packet-bought mobile robot by iRobot. This robot is a military robot. It is an agile mobile robot used for security purposes, bomb disposal, and other dangerous missions. This robot is basically used in Iraq and Afghanistan. It is also used for searching buildings and carry explosives. It can carry weights too. In this sample box, we are going to see in depth. Now let's go for the types of prototype. Types of prototype has two types of the dimensions. First dimension consists of physical and analytical, and the second dimension consists of focus and comprehensive. In the first dimension, prototype can be usefully classified along two dimensions, as I said before. The first dimension is the degree to which a prototype is physically as opposed to analytical. Physical prototype or tangible artifacts created to approximate the product. Aspects of the product of interest to the development team are actually built into an artifact for testing and experimentations. Analytical prototypes represent the product in a non-tangible usually mathematical or visual manner. Interesting aspects of the product are analyzed rather than built. These are the differences between physical and analytical prototype. Physical prototype or tangible approximation of the product. Analytical prototypes or mathematical model of the product. Physical prototype may exhibit unmodeled behavior, but analytical prototype will only exhibit the modeled phenomenon of a product. Some behavior may be an artifact of the approximation, but whereas in analytical prototype, all the behaviors comes under the artifact of the analytical method. Often best for communication, it is often free. It has a freedom to explore all the things and experiment. It has more freedoms than that of the physical models. These I have given a truck for example for physical prototype and analytical prototype. Now let us go for the second dimension. Second dimension is a degree to which a prototype is comprehensive as opposed to focused. Comprehensive prototype implements all the attributes of a product. It does not add only the few attributes of a product. It includes all the attributes of a product. And a comprehensive prototype corresponds to closely to everyday use of the prototype. It is a full-scale, fully operational version of in contrast to comprehensive prototype, focused prototype implement one or a few of attributes of a product. For example, of a focused prototype, let's take foam models to explore the form of a product and hand-built circuit boards to investigate the electronic performance of a product design. The differences between the focused and the comprehensive prototypes are: a focused prototype implements one or few attributes of a product, whereas a comprehensive prototype includes all the attributes of a product. If you are going to ask a question to the focused prototype, it answers the specific question about the product design. Whereas the comprehensive prototype is considered, it goes for rigorous testing to offer us an opportunity to check on the product. And it's generally serves as required as far as focused prototype is concerned. It is often best for milestones and integration. I've come up with these examples in our book. The first one is a wheel of a packboard. First, I have shown you an image of a packboard. That packboard consists of this wheel spoke geometry. It is of analytical prototype. And the second image shows us the 3D CAD rendering created for customer proposal. Analytical prototype. For the last, this is going to tell us what are the physical, analytical, focused, and comprehensives that are present in the packboard Cairo board, which I have shown you as an example. It consists of all these components with respect to the degrees and to the attributes of implementations. Thank you. Ma'am? Ma'am?
Yes, Charmati, completed,
Yes, ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
Yes, presented. Ma'am. Share your PPT in group, okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Any doubt you have, students? Very nice presentation. You have collected more information regarding the topic, ma'am. Good.
Thank you, ma'am.
Done. Okay, ma'am. Next. Next, Ankam, right?
Yes, ma'am. Shall I start my presentation, ma'am?
Yes, you can start, ma'am.
Good afternoon, everyone. My topic is about what are prototypes used for, which is a simple one and an easy one. Prototypes are used in many ways in the process of product development. So the first one is learning. In learning, prototypes are used often to answer some kinds of questions like, will it work? Does it meet the customer need, or will it satisfy the customer need or not? So when to answer these kinds of questions, prototypes are used, which uses a learning tool. For example, in developing the wheels of padboard, the entire team focused on physical prototype, which is tangible. The second one is communication. In communication prototypes, this improves and enhances the communication with top management, customers, team members, and investors. It's also true of visual or three-dimensional representation of product is much easier to understand than a verbal description or even a sketch of a product. And the third one is integration. Integration is the act of bringing together the smaller components into a single system. In an integration process, the prototypes are used to ensure that whether the components and subsystems of the products are working together as we expected or not. Here, comprehensive physical prototype is a type of a prototype which plays a major role, and it is most effective as an integration tool in product process development because it requires the interaction and interconnection and assembly of all other parts to make a product. For suppose if any components of a product interferes with the overall function of a product, that problem can be detected by comprehensive prototype through physical integration. So this is about integration. And the next one is milestone. Milestone is a point with a project which is used to measure the progress towards the ultimate goal. These prototypes are used in the later stages of product development to demonstrate that the product has reached the desired level of functionalities or not. Milestone prototypes provides tangible progress and serves to enforce the schedule. Hence, senior management also requires the prototype to check the functions before allow the project to proceed. And this is how the prototypes are used in different ways in the product process development.
Yes, that's all, Ankam, right? Can you hear me, ma? Can you hear me? Okay, neat presentation, short and sweet, have completed. Ankam? Yes, can you hear me, ma?
So this is what all about the uses and yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
Well presented.
Yes, ma'am.
Short and very
Yeah,
nice,
ma'am.
neat presentation.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Good. Kindly share your PPT, okay? In the students group. And those students also, Charumati, Asha, Ankam, all the students who are presenting today, send the PPT model to me too. Send me the copy so that it will be easy for me to recap all the topics one day. Okay, whatever you have discussed now. Okay, next. Sangeet Sahara.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. You can proceed, ma.
Yeah. Visible now?
Yes, it's visible, ma.
Okay. So, good afternoon, everyone. I'll be explaining about the topic prototyping technologies. So, first of all, what is a prototype? So, Charumati very well defined about what it is. So, a prototype is a sample model that is created to test a product and get feedback from the clients so that we could implement those changes and feedback and proceed with building the final product. Suppose, let's say you're creating an Android application. Then after building the application, what if your client demands some changes such as increase the header font, change the color of the heading so that it looks more appealing, resize the border, reposition the images, decrease the font of the paragraph, and things like that, etc. So you can't keep on implementing those changes on our final product, right? You'll have to repeat some processes again and again, and that's frustrating. So that's why you first create a model with whatever features and functionality the client asks. Then we can make necessary changes in that until the client is satisfied. And once the sample model looks promising to the client, we proceed with building our actual final product. And this sample model is what we call as a prototype. So when it is developed or when it is done. So prototypes are developed at different levels in product development process to serve purposes such as exploring, demonstrating, evaluating, or verifying. Now that we saw what a prototype is, we look into the different prototyping technologies used. So there are several hundreds of prototyping technologies used, but the two most important ones are 3D CAD modeling and analysis and freeform fabrication. So the CAD in 3D CAD modeling and analysis stands for computer aided design. So 3D CAD models typically represent the designs as collection of three-dimensional solid structures where each of the structures are constructed from geometric figures such as cubes, spheres, cylinders, blocks, and holes. For example, let's say you're building a car model. Then first you'll divide them into different solid structures such as the door, the windows, engine, seats, tires, etc. Then you'll start creating the geometric figures for the respective solid structures or the units. And then finally, we'll put all the units together to create a 3D model. So to put it in simple words, it's just the conversion of our paper sketch design into 3D model simulation. So the advantage of 3D CAD model is that we would be able to visualize how a product would look like. So it just gives the visual representation of a design in three-dimensional form. And we can even get detailed perceptions such as cross-sectional views, etc. The 3D CAD modeling is known by various names such as digital mockup, digital prototype, or virtual prototype based on the industry setting. These are some of the images that shows how a software working looks like. Then, free-form fabrication. So with 3D CAD, we can only just create a three-dimensional simulation that stays in the computer. But with free-form fabrication, we can print and get the physical product in hand. So with this, we can create physical objects directly from our 3D CAD models. Or in other words, it is known as three-dimensional printing. So looking at this picture, we can understand that freeform fabrication is nothing but fabrication of solid objects from the CAD model. So these technologies together are often referred to as rapid prototyping. Compared to earlier methods, freeform fabrication creates realistic 3D prototypes faster and less expensive. So to understand in a better way or in an easier way, we can add 3D CAD model as a copy of our product or design, and freeform fabrication as a hard copy of our product or design. So these pictures show how the fabrication process or the 3D printing of CAD model looks like. Hope I made it clear what prototype is and what are the technologies used for prototyping. So that's it from my side. Thank you.
Thank you, Sangeet Sahana. Very well explained, neatly displayed the content, and more images with videos also you have implemented. Very good presentation, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Very good presentation. We become a fan of you. Good voice. Very excellent, right?
Thank you.
So kindly share your PPT in group. That all will get benefit of it. Okay. Thank you. Then who are all ready? That's it, right? A few students are having some inconvenience. Okay, we'll see tomorrow. Tomorrow, as you have to come offline mode, you can get prepared with your PPT. You can make use of projector and explain your seminar. Okay. Or what do you say? Evening time you will arrange for seminar. What do you say, students? Are you comfortable with offline mode or online mode to do your seminar topic? Kindly reply. Vishwa. I have given a few students' name, right? Can you hear me?
Online would be better, ma'am.
Online better, right? So we'll see one thing. We'll do one thing. When you're coming offline mode, we'll revise the sessions. For your CAA 3, we will revise the questions and write and see. Evening, which time will be convenient for you students after you reach home? Which time? 1 hour I need to complete our seminar topics. For all the students, remaining students, to be preparing well. You have to prepare well and convey it properly, as how your students have done, friends have done now. Beautifully explained, prepared. They have taken steps in preparing them. Okay, that shows their interest. Not just when we are assigning few members. This is all one opportunity. It's each and every person have their uniqueness in their presentations. They get interested in doing those things, right? But I assigned some students' name, but few students are giving some reasons, excuses. Okay, maybe internship that can be considered. But others are you are asking for time, just postponing the work. Again, it becomes a tedious. When we complete our portions, then we'll have lot of time for revising those topics. Okay, let it be. Okay, we'll arrange through online mode students. Which time will be convenient? Kindly tell me now itself. Here in the link. Evening, which time all will reach your home?
Ma'am,
Yes.
in
Yes,
college
Abhinav.
days, I reached my home at 6 p.m. only, ma'am.
Okay,
Even though
okay.
the TOC classes also going in evening, ma'am.
Regularly it is going on. Daily, 7 to 8.
I don't know, ma'am. Sometimes ma'am will conduct it, ma'am.
Okay, okay. If we'll see, I'll ask if she's posting the link or through your personal group the information is passed. Like
Posting the personal group, ma'am.
okay, Jay Surya, kindly intimate me if ma'am is keeping tomorrow 7 to 8 or whether that can be cancelled. Not cancelled. I'll ask the permission from Gautami ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
Just within these 2 days, if we complete our unit 5, then you can concentrate on other subjects also.
Okay, ma'am. I will just ask her and make you call, ma'am.
Yes, only 2 days, sir. Ask ma'am permission. Even my PDD hour online mode, if you are going to attend, we'll give to TOC hour. You just talk to ma'am, okay?
Okay, ma'am.
All have done your seminar topics very well. Charumati, Hasha, Sangi Sahana, then Ankam. Okay, very happy students. You have prepared well. Students, just show your thumbs up or just raise your hands in their appreciations who are in the link. Good. So all the 4 students send your PPT in students group, it's a class group, and also 1 copy to me. Okay. And fully we'll revise those topics. Any other doubts you have, students? Tomorrow, who are all will be ready? Just I will see the names now. Ankam has completed. Yes, Monica will be ready. Saranya, okay, they too has got permission. I'll talk with 2 persons later. Who are all left? Jay Surya, Abhinav, then Vishwa, Vincelin,
Divya.
Divya, yes. All the students should be ready. You can present in online mode itself. You will not get pandemic or you will not present your seminar in front of your friends also, like offline. Okay, if you feel a little bit nervous, this time we will avoid that. Okay, we'll directly go for online mode itself. And all have to bring your PDD materials tomorrow. So tomorrow also we'll start learning for CAA 3 questions. So we have a little bit discussed about prototype questions in today's seminar. So that questions which is asked for a CAA 3 will be convenient for you to write well. Okay. Any other doubts you can ask me tomorrow. You can leave the session. Thank you for your patient listening, students.
Thank you, ma'am.
Jay
Thank
Surya
you, ma'am.
kindly send the absentees list. Puneethan is not present.
Yeah, ma'am. I will send.
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay. Not present, right? Okay, Jay Surya, I'll send a B section name list part. If you don't mind, you will have the screenshot, right?
I'm having
Note
this.
down. Okay.
I will
Okay.
share it.
Name list I will share it. Okay. Thank you,
Okay.
students. Thank you all.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Special thanks to the seminar students who have did their job well today. Very happy. Thank you all. You can leave.